finished discussing about EPF and NPS, and by the end of it, we are sure that you must be wondering, oh, EPF is an age-old method of, contributing towards your retirement fund and is giving you assured returns, whereas NPS seems to be a very interesting and new investment product that comes and there is a possibility of earning higher returns from it. So let's compare the two and figure out which one is the right option for you. As we know, when you're investing in EPF, you're investing with the government of India, and hence the interest rates are fixed. Currently, they are assured at 8.5%, whereas when you're investing in NPS, your investments are market linked. So yes, where there's a possibility of returns ranging from 6% to 15%, there is no guarantee of returns. If the markets go down and you are highly invested in equity, your investments would also go down. So it is very important to understand that the higher returns in NPS are coming with the higher risk, whereas the returns in EPF are risk-free. When it comes to tax deductions in EPF, you can claim deductions up to 1.5 lakh rupees, whereas NPS is giving an additional deduction of 50,000 rupees. Basically, the government is trying to push this product and giving you additional deduction. That is, if you invest 2 lakh rupees in NPS, you can claim a deduction under Section 80C and an additional deduction of 50,000 under Section 80CCD. Now, at the end of retirement, in EPF, you would get the entire corpus. So, in case of Rocket Singh, he gets 17 crores. On retirement, he would get the entire amount. And as we discussed in NPS, you would not get the entire amount, but you would get 60% of the corpus and 40% would be converted into an annuity. And in case of EPF, the entire corpus that you're receiving on maturity or on your retirement is tax-free, whereas when it comes to NPS, only the 60% corpus that you will receive on retirement will be tax-free, and the 40% that gets converted into annuity will be taxable every year based on the amount you're receiving. Now let's just see how the corpus would look like in case of EPF and NPS. Now in EPF, where he's investing 12,000 rupees per month, that is 12% of his basic at 8.5% assured returns. On retirement, he's going to receive 17 crores. That is, it's risk-free, tax-free, and it is assured amount that he would receive on maturity. Whereas in case of NPS, he's investing 10,000 rupees per month. Given that his risk capacity is higher, he's investing higher portion towards equity, he could get a variable return of 12.90%, and hence the corpus at 60 comes to 31 crores. Now it's very important to understand that the higher returns in NPS are coming because of the equity exposure that the investor is taking in this case. Now, when it comes to choosing between EPF and NPS, it boils down to what are your specific needs and requirements and what is your risk-taking capacity. If you're an investor who does not want to take high risk but is looking at assured returns, then you can continue to invest in EPF because it is one of the best investment options that you have. Where you are okay to take higher risks with your retirement corpus and want to contribute towards NPS, then only go for NPS, because NPS gives you the option to invest across asset classes and it is a volatile investment product. However, one very important thing to note is that whether you go for EPF or NPS, do remember that these investments are for your retirement goal and you should not touch this amount for any other goals.